Okay, let's be real. AI is everywhere. You hear about ChatGPT, Gemini, all these crazy new tools. But if you're kind of scratching your head wondering how it actually works, you're not alone, not by a long shot. So in the next few minutes, we're going to break it all down. Super simple.
And yeah, that's really the heart of the problem, isn't it? There's just so much hype, so much noise. But the simple question, how does it work? That gets totally lost. So this one's for the 99% of us. You don't need a PhD in computer science. You just want to get the basics.
All right, so to really wrap our heads around what AI is, it actually helps to start with what it isn't. And the best way to do that? Well, let's talk about a little gadget we've all used.
I mean, think about it. A calculator. It's completely predictable, right? You punch in 2 plus 2, and it follows a super strict pre-programmed rule. It spits out 4 every single time. It has no choice. It can't do anything else. And this slide really lays it all out. See, on one side you have the calculator. It's rule-based. It just follows orders. But on the other side you have AI, and it's totally different. It's pattern-based. It's not given a rule book that says 2 plus 2 equals 4. Nope. Instead, you show it billions of examples, and it learns to find the patterns. And that means its answer isn't a hard fact. It's a probability. It's just making its best guess based on all the stuff it's seen before.
Okay, so that begs the question, right? If it's not following a bunch of rules, then how on earth does it learn anything? Well, let's use a super simple analogy to explain this. Okay, so picture this. Imagine we have an AI calculator, but we've stuck a camera on it. To start its education, we just show it pictures of cats. Not a few, but thousands, tens of thousands of cat photos. We're just letting it soak up all that visual data, trying to figure out what catness is.
Then, once it's seen a ton of cats, we do the same thing with dogs. We show it 10,000 dog photos. So now, its entire universe, its whole brain, only knows two things: the patterns that scream cat and the patterns that scream dog.
So here's the fun part. What do you think happens if we show it a picture of an elephant? Remember, it's never seen an elephant. There's no elephant folder in its brain. It's going to look at the patterns, the trunk, the big floppy ears, the wrinkly gray skin, and it's forced to match them with the only things it knows. It has to make a choice. So it'll probably say, well, that's a really weird looking dog, or maybe a cat. That's its best guess.
And this gets to the absolute core of it. AI does not know what a cat is. It has no idea. It doesn't understand fluffy or purring like we do. It's just a ridiculously powerful pattern matching machine. It looks at a photo, breaks it down into data, and calculates the probability, the chance that those patterns look like the millions of other cat patterns it's already seen. It's all just math.
And this leads to a super important point. The AI is only as smart as the data you feed it. You've heard the saying, garbage in, garbage out, right? Well, that is the #1 rule of AI. If you train it on biased or incomplete or just plain wrong data, guess what? You're going to get biased, incomplete, or wrong answers. Simple as that. Okay, so all this talk about patterns and data might sound a little abstract, but here's the thing. You are using this technology all day, every day, probably without even thinking about it. Seriously, think about it. When Netflix recommends that show you just have to binge watch next, that's AI. It's matching your viewing patterns with millions of other people. Or how about when your smartphone unlocks just by looking at it? That's AI recognizing the unique patterns of your face. Real-time translation, your Google search results, it's all the same thing under the hood, pattern recognition. And those crazy AI-generated images, the ones that seem like pure magic, it's the exact same process. It's not magic at all. When you type in a cat wearing goggles on a beach, the AI isn't being creative. It's just pulling up the data patterns for beach, the patterns for cat, and the patterns for goggles. And then it smashes them all together based on probability to cook up a totally new picture. It's a collage artist on steroids. Okay, this all brings us to the big, kind of spooky question. The ghost in the machine. Is there anybody in there? Is anyone actually home? You've probably seen it. An AI says something like, "I understand how you feel," or it writes a poem that sounds really sad. But does it actually feel anything? Or is it just an incredibly sophisticated parrot mimicking emotions it's read about? And here's the absolute best way to think about it. As a human, when you touch water, you feel that it's wet. It's a physical sensation. An AI has no hands, no body. It can't feel anything. It has just analyzed billions of sentences online and learned that the word water shows up next to the word wet a lot. It knows the pattern, the statistical connection. It has zero actual experience of the feeling. It's all just software. It's an algorithm, not a soul. And because it doesn't really understand things, it has this super weird habit. If you ask it a question and it doesn't have enough data to give you a real answer, it won't just say, sorry, I don't know. Oh, no. It will just make stuff up. And it will do it with incredible confidence. It'll stitch together patterns that sound right, but are totally fake. And yeah, they actually have a name for this. It's called hallucination.
So, okay, we have this incredibly powerful tool that's basically a pattern-matching genius, but it doesn't actually feel or understand anything. So, what happens next? Where is all of this going? And look, it's hard to overstate how big of a deal this is. This isn't just a new iPhone app. Some of the smartest people out there are arguing that AI is the most important invention in the last 1,000 years. I mean, think about that. We're talking printing press level, electricity level change here. It's a fundamental shift in, well, everything.
And you're going to see that shift everywhere. For sure, some jobs like data entry, certain customer service roles, they're probably going to be automated. But a whole new world of jobs is going to open up, jobs focused on working with AI. And what about education? Think about it. Schools and colleges could be turned upside down when every single student has a personal AI tutor that knows basically everything.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's not to be scared of AI. The real message is to get comfortable with it, to learn how to use it. At the end of the day, it's just a tool, a ridiculously powerful tool for sure. But the people who are really going to change the world are the ones who figure out how to use it. So there you have it. Now you know the secret. It's not magic. It's not a thinking being. It's just really, really good at finding patterns. So the only real question left is, what are you going to do with it? Are you ready to start using AI? The next move is yours.